All right, y'all. What's up? Next video. Haven't taken one yet today. It's already midday. I've been mostly working from home today. I'm just leaving the gym now. And going back home, gonna get more work done. So, that's been my day so far. Just catching up on a bunch of shit, getting my ducks in a row, fucking emails, all that kind of stuff. Got a call from somebody in my networking group about a potential new client. So, haven't heard from them yet. Somebody almost ran into me just now. Need to fucking pay attention. So yeah, I'm expecting a call, and that should be a very nice sized client. So hopefully that all works out. Until then, I'm just gonna keep grinding. Most of the day, as far as the work I gotta get done, is just reading a bunch of stuff from the VA, so we can start serving veterans who need senior care services. And then they sent us just a bunch of stuff to read through. It's all very boring. But I just gotta sit down and force myself to grind through it. So that's what I'm gonna be doing next couple hours. And then off for another podcast. And hopefully, gonna be doing my own podcast today. Shoot our first episode. So I'm excited about that. And if not, then potentially doing some comedy tonight. Could be a triple header. Could be 2 podcasts and comedy, or maybe just 1 podcast and comedy. But definitely staying busy. Also got to make some time. Got to make sure to sit down and write. To sit down and just work on a couple of bits. Because every time I've made a significant leap in my comedy set, it's been a product of me having the habit of sitting down consistently, daily, just to do a little bit of writing. Work on old bits, touch up the new ones, all that kind of stuff. And I gotta get back into that. Another thing is I want to start organizing events, just social events, just like maybe a once a month. Start with a once a month thing, and then maybe do a couple of those so that once a week I'm just doing something to get people together. So that's a new idea. It's mostly just going to be for fun. So, but I do need to figure out what is the thing going to be? Is it going to be a ping pong tournament? I don't know. It could be karaoke night. Right now the 2 ideas on the top of my head are karaoke night or like board games at this one bar that has a bunch of board games, which could be pretty fun. So we'll see. Those are just the things going on in my head right now. Gonna get working on those. And yeah, that's my check-in for today. Got plenty more shit coming up. And that's it. Thanks for listening. Talk soon. Peace. Alright, take another video in this shitty, rainy weather. I just finished up doing back-to-back podcasts. Did one with the P-Boys, that's the one I've been participating in for the last several months. We had a really fun episode. And then right after that, me and the founder of that podcast had a one-to-one conversation. That was the first episode of my personal podcast, which I'm very excited to launch and get that started. So we did that earlier today, and right now I'm on my way to an open mic. Gonna go and spit some jokes, see some people out there, hopefully smoke a little weed. I don't know, we'll see who's there. See if I can bumble the smoke. But yeah, that was very exciting. Had a really nice conversation with my friend Joseph, who again started that podcast, and we talked about some things, and it was generally what I expected the podcast to be. Just having very personal conversations, primarily with local comics, but also, anybody else that I meet that I want to talk to, that I feel like might have a compelling story, that we might have an interesting conversation with. So yeah, just wanted to talk about that. I'm very excited to get that started. Gonna need to learn a little bit about video editing in order to start putting that together. But I'm just super grateful. Grateful to have gotten involved with Joseph's podcast, and he's helping me get my podcast started. So it's all stuff I'm very, very happy about, very excited to get up off the ground. And I love his passion, just especially talking to him about it. I mean, I've already seen it for the last several months, ever since I've been involved. And we, again, talked about that a lot on the pod. And that really is what is kind of the driving force, I think, behind something that really does become successful, is just being obsessed with making it successful. And I see that in him. He thinks about it all the time. He's locked in. He's got his job. He's putting his money into this thing, into building the studio, and it's just been really cool to get to know him. And he's exactly the kind of he's got that ambition, baby, that ambition and that passion, and it's infectious. It's good to see it, and I'm excited to nurture that along and work side to side with him and grow with him and the other guys that are involved and see where everything goes. So those are my thoughts for now, and I'm about to pull up to the mic, so we'll see how that goes. All right, peace.
Hurry, everybody, Mayor! What's up? Alright, so I have not been having sex with Gabe's sister, unfortunately. But I have been fucking the shit out of his brother. Oh! Just sucking the shit out of each other's cocks. Man. What's that? Yes. Multiple peni, penelia, whatever it's called. All right, that's good. I own a senior care agency. Yeah, we take care of old folks. Been working with old people for a long time. You get weird requests when you take care of old people. The other week I had an old man who spent like 4 minutes begging me to warm up his buttocks. It's a real story, right? It's not the weirdest request. I've had a lot of old people ask me to kill them. Like, actually, it's a real part of the job. Is you have to, when you work in senior, they ask you to kill you something, which puts me in a weird spot, Because I don't want to murder anybody, but I do want to provide excellent customer service. You ever have to weigh the pros and cons of going to jail versus like a 1-star Yelp review? Might consider it a career in senior care. That's, if that appeals to you. Paul was up here talking about Jesus. He was a carpenter. Uh-oh. Where are we going with this one? Yeah.
It said Jew, dude. That's awesome.
You think he was up there on the cross looking at it, be like, this is just poor craftsmanship. That's not how I would have built this. Right. He definitely would have left a 1-star Yelp review. This is a Jewy thing to do at that point. Right. Oh, Shireen left. Yeah, she's the one with the bidet. Anybody else have a bidet in here? She the only one? You guys got bidets? I wish I had one. That must be nice. My friend has a bidet. He's got one of the fancy ones with hot water. Ooh, yeah, it's nice. I was over at his place the other week. I was using his bidet. I didn't even take a shit, just using the bidet, squirting it with hot water, right? Feels good. I fucked Gabe's brother. All right.
It's just me in a wig.
It's Stop telling everybody my kink. That's how I got pregnant. Fuck you. What else are we gonna talk about? When I first started masturbating,
Go on.
I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't have like a good disposal strategy for my cum. Right? I used to just finish right there in my underwear. Yeah. And then I just put it in the laundry. I was like, Mom's not gonna know what this is, right? She's washing my cummy underwear. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that shit myself. What am I?
She would have had coming underwear too.
Yeah, something like that. You guys can shut the fuck up, both of you. It's totally an option. Remember when I first started swearing? When I was a wee lad, experimenting with swear words. Adults would be like, "Do you kiss your mother with that mouth?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, but she's been kissing me with the same mouth that's been blowing my dad." I think that's much more disrespectful. Better not hear a word from that bitch. That's how I talked about my mom when I was 10 years old. That's how I ended up doing comedy. Yeah. Is that funny, Paul? Sure thing. Yeah. So I was hanging out with a friend of mine, and she was talking to her girlfriend, right? And I don't want to be sexist or anything, but I've never ever heard a man telling a story to his friend about a time when he got in a passive-aggressive fight with his therapist, right? That was a bad way of introducing that. Right. Okay. I don't know how to recover. Sometimes you dig yourself in a hole. Huh? What was that?
I said, don't ask us.
Okay.
Trying to work it up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to eat shit a little bit. Huh? It's good. How's your evening going, everybody?
Yes.
It's good. Recorded my first podcast earlier today. Join the game. That's another one. Fucking DJ Khaled in this bitch. There's a severe lack of podcasts in the world, and I'm doing my part to make sure that there's one more shitty comic starting a podcast that nobody's gonna listen to. So y'all better like and subscribe.
Yeah,
You know?
PP boys.
The PP boy? No, that's the other one. Yeah. This is gonna be the Cummy Boys. I don't really have a name for it yet. It's just the Matt Yari show. If you have any suggestions. What's that?
Be the Q boys.
The Q Boys? No, it's not.
The Jew boys.
The Jew Boys. Nope. Too Jewy.
Sorry, you're already taken, Pete.
The Jesus Fan Club. I don't know. What's that?
Purple boys.
The Purple Boys, the Purple Gang. The Italian Stallion.
There you go.
The the Israeli.
No.
Calm down, Shireen.
The Israeli Shireen Faraj. That'd be pretty Shireen. Yeah? Because it means sweet. Get it? That'd be
No,
sweet.
it's Sharon.
Sharon?
Yeah, get it?
Alright, shut up, Sharon. Okay. Get it? Yeah. That's what happens when you're a foreigner. Go back to Mexico. Alright. Okay. What else you guys want to talk about? You guys talk about flat earth, you fucking weirdos. You weirdos.
It's as flat as your head.
As flat as my head. Wow.
I don't believe in flat earth. I believe in flat moon.
Look at this.
Oh.
Huh? What about boxing? It's a fantastic sport. That's all I have to say about boxing. Right? You do? You look like a boxer. Just kidding. Maybe butterbean, you know? Butterballs. Okay, well, this has gone on for too long. Got the light a while ago, so I'm just being a dickhead. Alright, well, have a good night, everybody. Okay, you alright?
Matt Yari, everybody. Come on, keep it going for it. Matt Yari.